Hey traders, welcome to Quad S Trading, and today we're going over the trades of September the 19th. Now, if you watch to the end of the video, I will show you guys our Excel spreadsheet that shows you all of our wins for September and where we are at now with profits and loss. So that will be at the end of the video. So let's have a look at our scanners today. So as you guys know, we have a VW scanner. This here scans for stocks that pump and that has dilution with very low amounts of cash. That's what we're looking for. So essentially SOWG, it pumped on the 19th. It also pumped in the after hours the day prior on the 18th, but unfortunately this one here just did not pump enough for us to make it a VW1. So unfortunately on this day here we did not have any VW1s or VW2s. In fact, they all pumped up and then right back down. So we want to have enough profit to take the trade. Like for me here, this trade here was just too early. I was still sleeping, but it did the pattern, right? We had enough profit here to here, here to the end of the day, which would have been slightly here, following day over here. Like there's so many options for take profit. But this one here, if you were awake at the time, this could have been a trade. But in our indicator here, we do have a set time. And I start at 6 o'clock, and that can always be changed to 4 a.m. if you do wake up at 4. Everything here is customizable. XXII. Let's have a look at this one here. Same thing. This one here was up in the 4 or 5 o'clock. I'm still sleeping, but as you can tell, boom, right back down to here's profit target 1. We have a CMP here. We have the SMA here, and we have the end of the day here. So all of the profit targets got hit on this one here, but I was still snoozing on that one. CMND, this one here, it pumped, but it was just too choppy in this area here. We like to see nice cleans up, break underneath. See how this one here was super choppy, super choppy. I don't like seeing that, so I did not take this trade myself. But as you can tell, boom, it came right back down to our SMA right here, and at the end of the day, SMA, right? So as you can tell, the common thing with all these stocks is they all, well, almost all go down. It's just a matter of when, as long as there's volume. Because this one here, for example, APLM, this one's been pumping for a couple days with zero volume. 4K, 5K, 1,000 over here. Look, 4, 5, 200, 900. Like there's just no volume, and this thing is pumping. It's been going from like, I don't know, $4 all the way up to $18, $20 with zero volume, which is very strange. So we'll see what happens with the stock here. They're probably going to be announcing something pretty significant to pump, and then they're just going to dump all their shares. If you look over here, offering is very high and the overhead is very high. That means that they have a lot of offering. That they could do S1s, ATMs at the market, anything, warrants, whatever. And then here means that they have a lot of warrants, ATMs that they can dilute their shares. So anyways, this one here is one to watch for in the future. Then we have ZO. Same with this one here. It pumped and it tanked very quickly. See, once again, it hits that golden line, which is the SMA, and we also have end of the day over here, and it hit all of our profit targets. BRFH. So this one here, unfortunately, it did not trigger a VW1 or VW2 on our indicator because our indicator has a volume requirement, but because it halted here, the volumes are not very accurate because of the halt within the 5 minutes. So this here was definitely a trade, and I will show you guys in the trade log that Sean traded. So this one here was definitely a trade. So no VW1s today, unfortunately, but I'll show you in the Excel spreadsheet that our win rates so far in September. All right, trade log. Let's have a look at what Sean did. So Sean trades pivots and resistance. He does live trading free on Monday morning. So do join our Discord just for the free live trading Monday morning, just to see what we're doing. It's an intro to short selling penny stocks, what these stocks do, they pump, dilute, all that kind of fun stuff. And then we do have a mastermind where you do short sell with Sean live 3 to 4 times a week. So let's have a quick look here. CMND, right? 130. He identified a pivot. He wanted to join back in at 145, but it almost made it there, and then it came back down, and he covers at this adjusted EMA. Then we have BFRG. See, same thing here. So it halted here. So he took an entry. So with a halt, there is a something that most people don't know, that if, let's say, the halt stops at 144, and you do a limit order at, let's say, 144, when you short sell, you're automatically going to get in at the opening of the candle. Okay, so that's why he automatically got put in right here at the opening in the candle. Okay, so he took a position here, it pumped. Now this here halted right here, so he would have done another limit order, let's say 527, and as soon as that opens, the trade resumes. If the price went above that, you're automatically going to get in. So he got in exactly at the top right here. So if you do a limit order on a halt and it's below the price that it opens, it will give you the highest price right here. So he got in at the peak, 595, covered at 410 for a beautiful win. So when these halt trades work very well, they're huge wins. Then we have WLDS. This one here pumps and dumps all the time, but the problem is it's not very clean, so it doesn't usually come as a VW. It's these up, down, up, down, up, down, crazy ups, and then back down. So as long as you can not stress out about this trade for this stock specifically, it always comes back down. Then we have CDLX, right? So we identified he got in here, and then he covered over here for a nice win. Now you will see these dots here. Okay, sometimes it will show an entry like this, but this stock itself had no dilution, so technically as a stock it is not a trade, but he trades non-dilutive stocks because he chooses the pivots and the resistance, and it works amazingly. And then we have AGMH, where a lot of people lost money, blew up their accounts. You have to be very patient with short selling. You have to short so small that if stock goes against you, easy 100%, you do not blow up your account. So look, he took a position at 661. He added at 828. The stock went up all the way up to $18. It came back down. He added at 1462 and he covered at $9 for a beautiful win, right? So you have to short sell so small that you do not get stopped out. And then at the end of the day, he took FATN. It pumped. It stayed in this resistance for a long time, which is perfect. And then poof, it came back out to 840. So the stocks with no dilution, usually we don't wait end of day SMA. We usually get out midpoint or the adjusted EMA. So that was all the trades for Friday. All right, so here's the spreadsheet. So this here, we log every single trade that made a VW trade, either it's a VW1 or a VW2. And this is so easy. It pops on your scanner. You look at your indicator. If the indicator gives you a green or yellow circle, you trade it according to the rules that we teach. There's no emotion, no greed, no fear, no stress, nothing. If that circle pops on there, it's going to be a trade, and we logged everything. So it's September. So far, our account would be up 61%. Now, this does not include the fees for locates and your broker fee. This is just if you were to short sell for free, we'll say. So obviously, the price will be a little bit lower, not much lower, just a little bit lower because you have the fees. Okay, so we made it 61.41%. If you were to take every single trade. And guess what? Taking all these trades is very easy with our indicator. You literally says, hey, circle is green, go in, circle is yellow, wait, go in. Okay. Now, we started this back testing since April of this year. So we started with a $2,000 account. Now, in April, our account growth was 54%. In May, it was a lot slower, 34%. June, 95%. July, a whopping 164%. So with an $8,000 account, you would have made just over $13,000 following this strategy. And this is just, you see that green circle, yellow circle, you make the trade. Look, this day here, 17%. This day here, 12% of your account growth, 6%, 6%, 5%, like 8% over here. Crazy, crazy, crazy month. August was a little bit slower, only 20%. This is probably because it had to do with the earnings. So I'm assuming that's what it is, but we got stopped out quite a bit on this one, but we still made 20% of your account growth. And then so far in September, 61%. Crazy. So essentially, with a 10% aggressive trade size, most people will probably do 5%. You start with 2,000, you're up to 43. So that's 20 times your account. Huge. And if you were to play it safe, which is 5%, you just cut that in half, which would be about 21,500 or whatever. And it's just 10x your account in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So anyways, that's it for this video. I just want to show you guys our spreadsheet we take where we log all of our trades. They're also all in Discord. So if you want to go to Discord, you will see all of these trades, a screenshot of the trades in our Discord. Head over there. Just any questions, just create a ticket. We'll talk to us, show you around. You will love short selling. As always, short selling is risky. Short at your own risk. And we'll see you in the Discord.